we have B2B's second full length album, Brother Act, and I am really excited because we have, of course, more songs. And I think in general, the songs are longer than usual. They don't have like 2 minutes maximum type of songs, B2B, like compared to other artists nowadays. And I said it a lot of times that I think like I wish that the trend that the song is as a whole should be more than 3 minutes is that should be still alive, that quote unquote trend. Like I don't like how we are really sped up our daily lives and how we pursue things, and yeah, I just don't like it. All right, so we are going to listen everything, Missing You as well, because although I watched the music video, I didn't checked out the lyrics. So yeah, and we are starting with Prelude a Day, composed by Hyunshik. So let's go. Okay. I don't know why it is called Prelude because I mean, I guess because we hear a lot of like intro something something for a opening to an album, and prelude is usually used for books. I think it's not necessarily a music related phrase, or I guess I've heard more like books having preludes and movies and series in general. I think at least I heard it a lot of times in that sense, in that media type connected to that. But yeah, I understand it was a prelude for this album. Yeah, it really gives a vibe, and that's the main like job of a intro slash prelude. And yeah, Hyunshik played the piano. We know that he and Minhyuk, I think both of them is going to be heavily involved in this album, and I'm just saying the both of them because they are the producers of B2B in general. So I know that Il-hun is also involved in the production side of things, but Minhyuk and Hyunshik is the main people who are really involved. And Il-hun, I think, is going to be more on the lyrical side, and I'm seeing with Missing You as well, like composed by Hyunshik and Eden, lyrics by Hyunshik, Eden, Minhyuk, Il-hun, and Penia. So basically, the rap line plus Hyunshik and Eden. And Eden, I think, yeah, Eden is part of Edenary, which is the composer group of 80s and KQ in general, right? Um, I'm just pulling out from my head as of right now. So I think Yeah. And that's a really nice connection because I think Kingdom was in 2017 or 2018 or something like that. Or no. No. When Kingdom happened, then Ilhun was out of the group, right? He was not. Maybe I'm just like, it's just numbers, guys. You know how I'm with numbers. So yeah. Okay. All right. Let's jump right into Missing You, a song that we are really well know. And yeah, let's go.
My life is incomplete. It's missing you.
오늘도 하루 보내 다를 게 없이 하나도 안 어색해 혼자 있는 게 너 없이는 안 될 것 같은 내가 이렇게 살아 근데 좀 여전히 있나 봐
Yeah, 후련하게 다 털어내 지난 일에 마음 쓰는 게 It's alright 답이 잘 보이는가 싶다가 또 어느새 날 가두는 감옥이 돼 Yeah, 시간은 앞으로만 가는 걸 어째 그동안 난 아무것도 이룬 것이 없네 yeah.
아직도 내 마음속에 너를 그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 너를 그리워하다 다 괜찮을 거라 되뇌어봐도 내 하루의 끝엔 또 너로 남아 너 없이는 안 될 것 같던 내가 이렇게 살아 사실 좀 허전해 넌 여전히 여기 있나 봐
내 맘은 여전해 아직 너를 원해 2년이 지나도 난 아직 널 그리워해 난 아직 기억해 우리 처음 봤을 때 네 옷차림과 머리 스타일도 다 정확하게 I pray for you every night and day I hope that someday soon I can see you once again yeah.
아직도 내 마음속에 너를 그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 너를 그리워하다
잠에서 깨어 헝클어진 머리처럼 내 일상도 꽤나 엉망이 돼버렸어 책임져 아무렇지 않은 척 드리워진 표정도 내 모든 것에 스며든 내 흔적도 다 책임져 아직도 난
잊을 수 없나 봐 다시 돌아와줘
또다시 같은
너를 그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 너를 잊으려 하다 하루가 지나가도 너를 지우려 하다 1년이 가버려도 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 그리워하다
Yeah, like I didn't felt like this song was like almost 4 minutes long. Like it doesn't like it's like if you have a good sound, you have good vocals, why wouldn't you want? I know it's a lot more work. Like even if you want to have a song that is like 1 minute longer than the actual like project was, it's a difficult thing to do, especially if you want to stay engaged with your audience, and how you should extend the songs in general. And one really good example, I think, for that is BTS, because they are doing like outros and intros as well for albums, where the quote unquote original release of a outro, for example, House of Cards, the outro, it's a shortened version of the song, and the next album they releasing the full-length version of that same song. And usually they are adding a additional bridge to that song, and even a outro for that song. And I mean, two examples of one, the outro House of Cards, and one the intro Serendipity, which is a Jimin solo intro for Love Yourself Her. And House of Cards is a vocal line outro. And both of those songs feel, if you don't know about the full length version, both of those songs actually, for me at least, it felt like for the first time as a quote unquote finished song, a whole song. If you're not considering yourself a bridge whore, as I am always having troubles when a song doesn't have a bridge. I think that's a whole song, quote unquote. This is a subjective thing, but they felt as a whole song. But when I've heard the full length, I was like, all right, this is a full song. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, it's 3 minutes, it's 4 minutes. It's just like, if you have a good sound and you like creative enough to fill up the song as it's supposed to be filled up sonically and like lyrically, but mostly sonically. For me, that's more important when you navigate how to create a song. And yeah, I mean, I think with all of these songs, and so far with B2B in general, I doesn't had the feeling that that song is so long. When will it end? I think they do a really good job pacing things, and they have 7 members at this point still, and utilizing the 7 members, because I know that line distribution is a huge thing in K-pop in general, in music groups, and that can stir up drama and difficulties inside of teams when they are the production crew and the producers are not selecting lines for certain members, and they have significantly smaller time on a song. And I think even if we're talking about like 4 vocalists, three rappers, like there are problems. But I think in general problems, not with B2B, I'm not saying that, but like they can distribute the lines. I think it's fairly distribute, I think. And as Hyunshik and Minhyuk in the like quote unquote leader seat in that situation as producers, and who are like leading the production and the recordings, the sessions, what I see behind the scenes of they leading the members during recording, I mean, I think it's fair what they are doing and what's good for them. I think so. Yeah. All right, we have our next song, which is My Lady. And tell me why this title reminds me of the song Why from the Thriller album. And till this day, probably one of my favorite BTOB songs is Why. I'm listening to like almost every day. I really like the melody and the instruments and everything, and the double key changes like still is my one of my favorite things in the world. So yeah. All right. Composed by Ilhun and Il. Lyrics by Ilhun, Il, Minhyuk, and Penia. So Rapline plus a someone. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
작아지고 있어 내 마음의 소리가 황홀했던 순간 위로 덮여 먼지가 뭘 기댔던 걸까 이별의 순간 너 생각보다 훨씬 더 시시하니까
My lady, 그래요 my lady 정말 내게 기적과도 같았기에 이른 새벽에 술에 꺾여버린 곳 파도에 휩쓸리는 모래성같이 떠나간 그대는 어찌나 우습게 아스라이 사라지는가
Give it up, give it up 내가 가진 전부 Give it up, give it up yeah 손을 뻗어봐도 Give it up, give it up yeah 하지만 기억해 내가 숨쉴 수 있게 yeah When I was your man yeah 모든 걸 잊고 살아가 어떡해 yeah 사랑이 또 떠나가니 이렇게 보내야만 해 My lady
You're my sunshine oh, you are my sunshine
끝이 없는 밤이 오겠지
You're my sunshine
이렇게 보내야만 해 My lady
Yeah. 많은 걸 바라진 않아 그냥 너만 있으면 돼 난 내가 가진 모든 것들 앞에는 첫 번째로 둘 거야 항상 모자란 건 아직 많아 해가 뜰 때까지 남아 이곳에 남았어 지치도록 you know
Always in my heart, but I can't forget your smile. Girl, I know that I'm far from perfect, but for you, girl, anything's worth it. Once in a lifetime chance. If I can, then I had to grasp it. Loved it then, and I love you still. Girl, I always have and always will.
Give it up, give it up 내가 가진 전부 Give it up, give it up yeah 손을 뻗어봐도 Give it up, give it up yeah 하지만 기억해 내가 숨쉴 수 있게 yeah When I was your man 모든 걸 잊고 살아가 어떡해 yeah 사랑이 또 떠나가네 이렇게 보내야만 해 My lady
You're my sunshine
Okay. Uh, yes, scratch the beginning of my reaction to this song. It doesn't remind me of why sonically. It was just the title. But yeah, I mean, I think they are. If we are talking about the lyrical storyline that I am mainly focused a lot of times with these album reactions, I think they still in pain, but they don't have that much agony inside it. They are not quote unquote angsty, but angsty is a word that used most when we are talking about teenagers or like premature human beings. Uh, I think, and I've said it since the Newman album, that a shift is like pretty much sensed since then, in the way of they are writing and they are creating lyrics. And yeah, I mean, they are speaking about their significant others way more in the positive light and the more brighter things, like "You Are My Sunshine." It's basically sunshine. It's a bright thing, what is happening. So yeah, but they're still degrading themselves, but they are a little bit more self, like they know themselves a little bit better. They learned a lot of things through this relationship, and they learn about the other half and themselves as well, I think. But yeah. Oh, and one more thing. I know that one of you guys requested this translation channel for the B2B album reactions, and I like this as well. It's really helpful. It has a lot of information that I'm really glad that I'm receiving. It's just like not every album is translated for in this channel, so I am doing these lyrical translations for this channel when I can do. So yeah, and I know that the full-length albums are big deals, so those are definitely on this channel, and a lot of things are here actually. So yeah, I'm going to use this channel in the future as well. So yeah, okay, all in all, it's a pretty nice song. I like it sonically. Not necessarily my go-to from B2B. I'm going to be totally honest, like I am always have been. As of right now, after a lot of albums that I'm gone through, from B2B, my general, like what I expecting and I want from them is epic and monumental and heartbreaking sounds with a lot of key changes, and not necessarily a lot of high notes, but a lot of like emotional, like explosions in the songs. And it doesn't have to be sad, or they doesn't have to be in pain. It's just like I really like when they have huge harmonies, like what they do with Missing You as well. I really like the double harmony. It's really nice. Yeah. Okay, we are moving to Red Lie. Let's go.
어쩔 수 없지만 좀 못되게 네 마음에 모질게 말을 해 yeah. Baby I'm so bad yeah baby I'm so bad 모든 게 어느새 이렇게 불안해진 맘에 너를 찾아봐도 눈을 보고 나는 느꼈어
느껴서 차가워진 너의 두 눈 속엔 초라해진 나만 남았어.
I know you lie, girl, I don't despise. I can tell by the look in your eyes. Don't know what changed, but I know one thing for sure. The truth is that you don't love me anymore.
사랑한단 말에 속지 않아 이젠 참을 수 없어. 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 예쁜 그 입술을 믿어서 새빨간 네 거.
I'm going to I think I'm going to start this song all over again. It's funny how I've talked about the song Why, and Red Lie is next after My Lady. This sonically is like the younger, more edgier and like polished version of Why. Even though Why was polished as well, in my opinion, I really liked the production value of that album as a whole, but in particular for Why. Yeah, okay. From when the bass started to kick in, I was like, intrigued. But the whole song sonically so far was like, okay. Maybe new favorite song incoming. I mean, this is a big album and I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I expecting like I am ending this reaction with a few new favorites from B2B. So yeah.
어쩔 수 없지만 좀 못되게 네 마음에 모질게 말을 해. Yeah. Baby I'm so bad, yeah baby I'm so bad. 모든 게 어느새 이렇게 불안해진 맘에 너를 찾아봐도 눈을 보고 나는 느껴서 차가워진 너의 두 눈 속엔 초라해진 나만 남았어.
I know you lie, girl, I don't despise. I can tell by the look in your eyes. Don't know what changed, but I know one thing for sure. The truth is that you don't love me anymore.
사랑한단 말에 속지 않아 이젠 참을 수 없어. 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 예쁜 그 입술을 믿어서 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 모든 게 부서져 버렸어. 이제 너죠. 차라리 내가 싫다고 말해. 더 이상 나를 속이지 마. 버리기에는 아까운 거니. 새빨간 네 거짓말 차라리 가슴에서 다 끝내. 더 이상 둘러대지 마. 그만 이젠 지쳤어. 새빨간 네 거짓말 시간이 갈수록 멀어져 버린 널 참아잡을 수가 없어서 쉴 새 없이 너를 불러봐도 이미 넌 저 멀리 있었어.
딱 하나만 물어볼게 무슨 억하심 정 지독하게 품고 그리는 너와의 별 아직도 놓지 못하는 추억과 미련 이젠 보내줄 때 너와의 기억
사랑한단 말에 속지 않아 이젠 참을 수 없어. 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 예쁜 그 입술을 믿어서 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 모든 게 부서져 버렸어. 이제 너도 어쩔 수 없지만 좀 못되게 네 마음에 모질게 말을 해. Yeah. Baby I'm so bad, yeah baby I'm so bad. 모든 게 어느새 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 예쁜 그 입술을 믿어서 새빨간 네 거짓말 뚜뚜뚜 모든 게 부서져 버렸어. 이제
Okay, I mean, I thought that we will have a little bit more exciting outro and bridge, but I guess this is a really good like K-pop lo-fi. Um, yeah, it's a really nice song. It's a really good vibes, I think. It reminds me of some like you walking at the beach during like sunset or something like that. It's a really like waves are getting closer and it's really like serene. Yeah, I like this vibe. Um, tell me why. I of course read the lyrics. I'm going to talk about the lyrics, but I just have to say like why Minhyuk is looks like Xiaozhan on the in that picture. I saw this type of like angle, this lightning, this like highlight moments on Xiao Zhao's face as well. Why? Aside that the most important things is out of the way, um, they sounds tired from the relationship and they are just over it that the other half is lying and acting as they are still loving them, but essentially they are lying and it's pretty obvious. um yeah, they just sounds tired in the lyrics. um and one more thing, about the length of a song. I think, e- especially if you have more like a general amount of members, like for example, 7 members, you will need these 3 minutes minimum, in my opinion, to have the time and be able to shine. Like every member has to be involved in fairly the same amount of times on a song, in my opinion. And 7 members, 3 minutes is a minimum. Like, come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on to our next song, which is Blowing Up.
Blowing up. Blowing up. Blowing up. Blowing up.
얼씨구 나 좋다 좋아 한바탕 해볼까 옆 동네 젊은 처자 친구들 다 불러 모아 할 일은 내일로 모여다 여기로
스테이지 밑엔 어느새 층간 솜 가득해 얘들아 어영모영 어영부영 하지 말고 막연한 걱정들은 자네 다 털어놓어 음악 틀어 크게 동네 꼬마도 우쭐대 There's no any other reason boy 그냥 오랜만에 신바람이 불었어 눈을 감고 바람을 느껴봐 모든 게 너를 향해 가고 있어 귀 기울여봐 네 맘을 들어봐 느껴봐 신바람 you wanna go dance 신바람 you wanna go dance Welcome to my party Welcome to my party 신바람 you wanna go dance 신바람 you wanna go dance 나 살리고 달리고 다 날리고 날리고 그저 넌 다 잊고 춤추면 돼 아무도 신경 쓰지 말고 Welcome to my party 그저 넌 날 보고 따라오면 돼 tonight Baby 자기 여보 달리 honey 쉐리 sweetie bomb babe I love it 신이 나는 굴라 신명나게 놀아보자 영심이 짝짝 맞아 신바람 신바람 와라 와라 다 같이 만세 신바람바람 거친 신바람이 만세 만세 거국적으로 다 같이 만세 떠나간 사랑을 못 잊어 괴로운 사람들 이리 치고 저리 치여 외로운 사람들 있을 건 다 있고 없을 건 없다고 웬만하면 여기서 찾아 새로운 만남도 눈을 감고 바람을 느껴봐 모든 게 너를 향해 가고 있어 귀 기울여봐
바람 신바람 친구들 다 불러 여기로 모여 네 친구의 친구 되면 you my friend too 음악에 맞춰 let me see what you can do Everyone's allowed to come tonight 친구 초대해도 it's alright Nobody better be walking home tonight Everybody better call let me see you turn up
시원한 바람을 느껴봐 잠시도 멈출 수 없어 나
신바람 you wanna go dance 신바람 you wanna go dance Welcome to my party Welcome to my party 신바람 you wanna go dance 신바람 you wanna go dance
막 달리고 달리고 다 날리고 날리고
그저 너 다 잊고 춤추면 돼 아무도 신경 쓰지 말고 그저 넌 날 보고 따라오면 돼 tonight
Alright. I think this song from BTOB is probably the closest thing that I've heard that is like really reminds me of some YG from them so far. Like some YG party anthem kind of stuff. Even though that they have the it's quoted or coined by me the cursed songs on each album that I am a little bit like afraid of, and I think from since Newman, I think that was the turning point, or Complete. I think Complete was the turning point when I said that, you know what, they are kind of like leaving the scary songs behind for me on the albums, and I am getting friendlier with the cursed songs on the albums, and maybe at the end of my B2B album journey, I'm going to say that the end of the album journeys, I don't really had any particular curse songs. We will see. I mean, we are gradually getting out of that realm of like me being scared of a song, or like I am like seeing the titles and I can like sometimes I can guess which song is going to be that song, but one thing is really interesting that they had this song before the interlude, which is a lot of times signaling a change of the album, because that's the middle of the album. So, and lyrically, like lyrical storyline wise, we broke up officially, allegedly, maybe, or we just let go everything and anything from the past, because they basically in blowing up is just like, let's go find some new people, we are over it, let's party, let's forget everything that happened in the past with lost lovers and stuff like that. So maybe let's go and find out. I mean, I think that the rest of the album, I mean, it's one or two ways, right? And it is depends on the interlude as of right now. So and this interlude is pretty long, considering that the prelude was 1 minute. This is 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So, yeah. What I saw with different interludes, especially with like conceptualized albums, when we have a storyline and a pretty well organized album, that the first half of the interlude is going to be sonically connected to the first part of the album, and the second part is going to introduce us to the general sound that we are going to have like after the interlude. Or it's going to be a three-parter. I saw it that with Lady Gaga as well, that the first part is heavily connected to the first part of the album. The second part is like a transition phase, and the third part of the interlude is getting us hyped up and warmed up to the last part of the album. So let's find out. Let's go. Really excited, actually.
나 배고파.
앨범명을 정해야 돼.
맞아.
좋아. 그래서 내가 하나 생각한 게 있어.
뭔데?
Everything 해서 Everything. 다 같이 노래하자. Everything.
Everything 해서 everything.
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 기가 막히지?
Everything.
본토 발음으로.
Everything.
Everything.
지금 은광이가
별론가 보다.
영어 아이디어 내니까 그냥 문득 생각난 건데 은광이가 우리 멜로디 부를 때 어떻게 말하는지 알아?
멜로디?
사랑해 멜로디! 알지 맨날 사랑해 멜로디!
나는 그거
아, 진짜 웃겨.
심포니 넘버 7 제 7악장.
오.
굉장히 그 고고학자 느낌 약간.
고고학자.
그런 느낌이었어. 심포니 넘버 7.
나
약간-
B2B 소나타.
빗소. 괜찮은데?
B2B 교향곡.
그러니까 이번에 약간 뭔가 우리 막 다 같이 약간 그런 떼창 같은 것도 많고 해가지고
독주곡.
어.
소나타가 독주곡.
그리워하다에도 나도 멤버들이 약간 그런 걸 하고 싶어 했잖아 이번에.
좀 그리웠어.
그래서 나는 갑자기 생각난 건데 그
Suddenly?
브라더 액트 어때? 약간
오.
그 영화 시스터 액트처럼 다 같이 노래를
아 시스타트. 좋은데?
좋아 그걸로 하자.
또 다른 의견 있어?
브라더
찬섭이 형은 뭐
느낌이.
하자는 대로 할 거고.
나는 우리 B2B가 하자는 대로 하지.
나는 일단 뭐다 심포니도 괜찮고
브라더
에브리싱만 아니면 괜찮을 것 같아.
그래, 나도 그렇게 생각을 해. 중요하잖아. 에브리싱은 안 될 거야.
브라더 액트 가자. 근데 갑자기 필요 왔어.
뭔가 그러니까 우리 브라더라는 느낌도 약간 남자들
완전 약간 음악.
에이 브라더.
헤이 브라더.
근데 약간 우리가 약간 친한 느낌을 잘 낼 수 있으니까.
좋아.
그리고 확실히
많이 들어가고.
합창 그
어.
시스터 액트 원래 그거 나오잖아. 막뭐 그때 나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나
나나나 괜찮은데?
Okay, so in a weird way, we are introduced to the next song, Na Na Na, at the end of the interlude. I don't know why I didn't consider that it's going to be a talking interlude, just because I'm going to go off BTS, because of course that was my main introduction to the K-pop scene. BTS and how they structure their albums, and a lot of times that is it's a skit. It's called a skit, and they do this like they are talking on the skit, and I was like, if it's called interlude, they are probably going to do a like musical act, quote unquote, like they are going to use some kind of instruments or singing, because it was a long interlude. I don't know why I didn't consider that they probably will do some talking, and they doesn't really had a interlude before this album, right? Or I am just like forgetting, but I don't think they had a like something that is called an interlude on their album so far. So yeah, okay, all right. And I didn't even thought about the title of the album actually. Okay. And they considered a few options for the like possible album titles. I'm glad that they are chose Brother Act. Yeah, it's a really good connection to Sister Act, the movie. I watched that movie. I think it's considered a classic, and that they are connecting to music, and like they are the other half of that kind of sentiment. It's like, and they are coming off as a brotherhood, as how they are close to each other, as Ilhun said. And yeah, I mean, Ungkwang, they are just dragging Ungkwang, and it's just so cute. Yeah, Mallory. Okay. That is going to be engraved in my memory, I think, for a few days, probably. And I'm going to look forward to hearing how he pronounces melody in the live stages as well. All right, okay. Let's jump into Na Na Na. So now, I after the interlude, I thought I'm going to be smarter in terms of like what kind of sound we can expect from the rest of the album, but I'm in dark. Composed by Big Sancho and Jo Sung-ho. Lyrics by Big Sancho, Jung Sung-ho, Min Hyuk, Il-hun, and Peniel. Alright, let's go.
낙엽이 떨어진 계절을 다시 만나면 어디든 나 문득 떠나고 싶어 기차도 버스도 좋아 여권도 어쩌면 필요할지 몰라 한 번쯤은 나를 위해 지나는 모든 길 익숙한데 예전에 몰랐던 모습이 새롭게만 돌아오는 날은 몰라도 발길 닿는 그곳이 좋아 혹시나 기다릴까 새로운 무언가 기타 하나 가방을 메고 모든 걸 잊고 떠나 나나나나나나나 노래를 부르며 혼자여도 괜찮아요 눈을 감아 바람을 느껴요 노을 지는 저녁 하늘도 그림자도 그대만 바라봐 South to the America, Europe to the Soul 악쓰고 버텨온 우리에게 주는 선물 한땐 힘들었지만 지금 웃고 있는 게 got lucky 누구도 외박 놓지 못하겠다 나 모든 길이 익숙한데 예전엔 몰랐던 모습이 새롭게만 돌아오는 나는 몰라도 발길 닿는 그곳이 좋아 혹시나 기다릴까 새로운 무언가 기타 하나 가방을 메고 모든 걸 잊고 떠나 나나나나나나나 노래를 부르며
It's fall again. The colors of the leaves changing and falling in. I'm on my way out, taking only my bag and guitar. Oh, and my wallet too, but that's it. I know it might sound bizarre, but I'm just doing this for myself, cause I need it now more than ever.
돌아가는 날은 없어도 걱정은 하지 말아요 언젠가 다시 만날 그날을 약속해 불꽃 하나 가는 곳마다 난 우리 이야기들을 밤새워 웃으면서 얘기해볼까요 노래를 부르며 노래를 부르며 노래를 부르며
Okay. There is a whole scenario in my head how Nanana and Blowing Up is connected, storyline wise, in my opinion. Like after the party that they had with Blowing Up, like the next day they woken up, like everything is messed up. Everyone is sleeping around them, and they just grab their wallets and everything that Peniel said, basically three things, I think, and they just left, and they just need to be alone and discovering things, I guess, and just starting fresh with a new page, I think. And I think Nanana is that song that is like you figuring out what you want to do. And I think the background of that lyric video with the train, how it goes, that's the whole thing that I was really like imagining, how they are leaving the party and they just jump on a train and they just go wherever the train is going, and they just like free, they don't have any attachments, and they just like finding new things in life and leaving the old feelings and I guess old people that they knew behind, which is, I guess, a healthy thing once in a while. Yeah, it's just like someone gives you a blank paper and you just go along, I guess. It's a really like, it doesn't have a good or a bad feeling in my head as of right now. Like I'm talking about Na Na Na, the song. It's just like storyline wise, it's such a strong way to detach yourself from the lyrical storyline that I am following through the albums. And it's just like if New Man was a development in feelings, I think Brother Act is a fully like opening up to a whole new world with new feelings. That's the type of feeling. Like it's not growing out of feelings, it's getting rid of everything and starting everything fresh. It's not development, it's a rest between development. You know, it's just like you are going on a new path of yourself by yourself. Yeah. But it was a really countryside, really laid back, really like full of life. No. Funny enough, it was not the most upbeat song, but it was full of life, in my opinion. The sound itself was really like new. It gives you the feel that it's something like a new journey begins. Yeah. All right. We have Dreaming, and the composers are the same as in Na Na Na, and the lyricist as well. So I will have to say that if Dreaming sonically is like the same, or it's like similar to Na Na Na, then I can see the pattern of these composers, and maybe they are working together a lot of times. I don't know them as composers, and I never heard their name. So but if they have this kind of like laid back and like using a lot of instruments on the production, I think it's a good thing. I really like instruments. So yeah, let's go.
손 뻗으면 될 것 같아 꿈이라는 너란 한 걸음씩 한 걸음씩 하루하루 거닐던 이 거리의 공기가 언제부터 이렇게 난 널 걷는지 왠지 좋은 기분 You are my dream 널 위해서 난 오늘을 살아 You're my dream 조금만 기다려줘 내게 잠들 수 있게 꿈에 오늘 밤 꿈에
그대 내 꿈 같아 눈 뜨면 사라져버릴까봐 다시 한번 꼭 안아봐 눈물과 함께 날아가 버릴까봐
오랜만에 나갈까 Pressure 손 꼭 잡고 다니고 싶어 Hold my line whenever you want 난 언제든 준비돼 있어 가을 하늘이 맑아
언제나 걷던 이 길을 따라 걷다 보면 혹시 난 널 찾게 될까
모든 순간에 담을 순 없겠지 But I'll be by your side I'll be by your side
You are my dream 널 위해서 난 오늘을 살아 You're my dream 조금만 기다려줘 내게 잠들 수 있게
All day, every day I think about this one thing Gonna sleep so I can see you in my dreams That way we can be together finally And that means that it'll be just you and me Because
You are my dream 내 꿈을 꾸며 하루를 살아 You're my dream 조금만 기다려줘 내게 잠들 수 있게 꿈에 오늘 밤 꿈에
Yeah, I didn't say that every song that is like titled Dream or Dreaming or anything related to the word dream, I usually really like. And this song was not a exception from that. So this was a beautiful song, and it was really like you are dreaming. It's like not too heavy on the sound. It's just like you are dreaming about some magical place or something like that. It's just like, and in context, if we are looking at the lyrics, it's just like reaching out your hand, but essentially realizing that you are dreaming and you are not able to reach out to that person that you are want to touch. That was the general feel. And it's just like, it was sad, but it was hopeful at the same time. It was like really on the verge of like being really, really depressing for me. But like that hope element, it was still there in my opinion. Yeah. And it was not like pining. I don't think that was the intent of that song, Dreaming. It was just a general amount of sad / hopeful / it's just beautiful. And I really liked the ad-libs. And I think, and I've said it with one of the recent albums that I checked out, That song, Jay, is slowly but surely like saying that, hi, I'm here, pay attention to me. And yeah, I see you, I hear you. Yes. Yeah, really pretty song. And the violin. Oh, don't even start it with violin. I am yeah. Violins for every song, please and thank you. All right. Next song, guitar, Stroke of Love. Now, I am fairly dirty-minded, but I try to contain myself a lot of times. I want to come off as a professional reactor, but most of the times I'm just like, that sounds illegal, sir. Please stop. No, I'm just kidding. I've heard a lot more over the top kind of things in K-pop. Yeah. All right. So, composed by Minhyuk, Yang Sungwook, and DJ Ain. Lyrics by Minhyuk, Ilhon, and Peniel. Rap line. All right. Let's go. And composed by, the first place is Minhyuk's. So he's getting the money. He's getting the big cut from that song. So respect. Let's go.
She's like guitar, yeah. Love, I'm falling in love. Love, I've never before. Yeah, 사랑은 예고 없이 찾아왔고 나의 구석구석에 침투했어. Oh love, oh love, 너가 없던 난 어찌 살았던가.
우아한 바다 라인 Just feel it let it die 누구나 다 동경에 널 가진 날만의 말이 곡적인 자태로 뿜어대는 아찔한 음색 오늘도 건배해 당신의 아름다움에
I feel you every night 내 몸이 반응하게 feels so right 도저히 멈출 수 없는 걸 이미 중독돼버린 걸 아름다움에 무뎌지고 있어 매일 널 보고 있음에 밤에도 연주하고 싶어 예민한 네 선율을 I just wanna play guitar I just wanna play with her I just wanna play guitar She's like guitar Yeah, yeah, yeah Love I'm falling in love Love I'll never before
Yeah. I can make you truly satisfied 내 너를 지키며 순식간에 자리수와 내가 모습이 될 테니 넌 밥 주고 그러라도 할 거야 play 이젠 너무 많이 했어도 할 거 That's why I'm a cowbell You know who could tell me no Yeah you know swear That's why I'm a calm mama 못할 게 없지 둘이라니 누구도 낄 수 없는 공간에 어디가
Like a guitar, strum, hit your notes in this order. GBD, GDG, touch every one of your frets correctly. I hit that G precisely. Yeah, yeah.
Hello? Hello? Alright, so I was not like I was not necessarily dirty-minded when I talked about this title. Yeah, so you guys said it in the comments that it's going to be in the future more like not dirty-minded but red flag songs of B2Bs. I am not considering this song as a red flag song. It's just dirty. And we had this kind of like I love you and I will tell you how I love you and how I will love you type of messages from B2B. It was just not this elaborate. Yeah, all right, okay, I see. All right, I'm going to go back a little bit.
Hit your notes in disorder. GBD, GDG. Touch every one of your frets correctly. I hit that G precisely. Yeah, yeah. We've been making sweet music all night, all night. Let your neighbors know my name right now, right now. Let them know. If it's too much to handle, let me know. I'll slow it down.
See you every night 내 몸이 반응하게 feels so right 도저히 멈출 수 없는 걸 이미 중독돼버린 걸 아름다움에 무뎌지고 있어 매일 널 보고 있음에 밤에도 연주하고 싶어 예민한 네 선율을 I just wanna play guitar I just wanna play with her I just wanna play guitar She's my guitar yeah 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 그녀는 너무 아름다운 걸 언제까지고 널 아끼고 싶어
You make me feel so high. You make me feel alive. Stroke, percussive, out of place, you're that stroke. You make me feel alive. You make me feel so high.
이미 중독돼버린 걸 아름다움에 무뎌지고 있어 매일 널 보고 있음에 밤에도 연주하고 싶어 예민한 네 선율 I just wanna play guitar I just wanna stay with her I just wanna play guitar She's like guitar yeah yeah yeah
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. Our next song is Running into Breakup.
너를 만나 사랑을 만났고 너를 만나
I'm just kidding. I'm going to talk about guitar. Uh, um, I mean, in the beginning of the song, I was like, "Whoa, new person, new feelings, new type of relationship, and new type of like methods that they are going into a relationship and mindset because they essentially learned from previous relationships, I guess." And yes, they are approaching this relationship a little bit differently than the other one. Yeah, I can see that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. They are grown-ups. And I'm talking about like lyrical storyline wise, not the actual members themselves. It's just how they are writing about some things and how they are developing their lyrical storyline. And I am not even sure if it's a like existing thing, and maybe it's just something I made up, the storyline inside of the lyrics, but I can see the pattern. So I'm going to do a storyline with the lyrics, and I'm just really like to talk about it because it's connected. I really like a good storyline, a good lore, whether if it's music video or lyrics or anything. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how more elaborate they can do in a lyrics, especially with the ABC, how they, of course, playing with the guitar, and how basically Unkwang said it in the lyrics. I don't know. I know that these lyrics are really good translations, but I don't know how much of it like the correct translation of like Unkwang basically said it like word for word. Girl, you are a guitar, or you are my guitar. Like he said it verbatim. So I mean, and Peniel is, and with the other like quote unquote red flag song, it was Peniel. It's always Peniel. At least he is a larger part in the situations that is happening, and maybe it's hitting a little bit harder because he's saying it in English, but I don't know. I mean, everything was a lot in that song guitar. So yeah, so interesting that after guitar we have running into breakup, because the whole song guitar was about new flames, new relationship, new type of energy that they are going into the relationship, and running into breakup a little bit, and after Fly Away, then Finale or Concert, which I've heard snippets of during Killing Voice, and then our last song, which is, I don't think it's a song, it's Whisper, but it doesn't have a timestamp, so maybe it's just, I don't know, we will see. But it sounds like, based on the titles, excluding Finale, as we entered, or they entered, a relationship which is really fragile, and it can break away pretty easily, and they don't really care about it, they just live for the moment. And this is connecting to Na Na Na. So basically from the interlude we flip the coin in terms of like emotions and how they are jumping into relationships and their attitude towards relationships, I guess. And I mean, it's a really degrading thing for both parties, in my opinion, except if they are like okay with it, with the situation, to be in a really short length relationship. But I mean, do what you have to do. Let's go. Running into breakup.
너를 만나 사랑을 만났고 너를 만나 추억이 많았어 너를 만나 참 행복했는데 결국 이렇게 이별을 만나다 I'm so sorry
안절부절 앞길이 가시밭길처럼 느껴져 안 부절한다 넌 왠지 안 그럴 것 같아 그저 대수롭지 않게만 생각하지 말아줘 그 끝은 뻔한 불행일 거야 예쁜 일들은 맛이 없었던 일처럼 돼버리고 다 지겹다니 그건 좀 아파 really 난 스스로 알아내야만 하겠지 사랑의 끝이 어찌나 날카롭던지 For real.
내가 많이 부족해서 나약한 남자라서 아직도 네가 그리워 기억은 너무나 아파 이별을 만나 사랑을 잃었고 이별을 만나 내 추억을 지웠어 너를 만나 잘 행복했는데 이젠 없어 너를 볼 수도 너를 만질 수도 없어 난 결국 우린 이렇게 이별을 만나다 이별을 만나다 I'm so sorry
뭐를 받는 걸까 그래 너를 아프게 한 될까 도대체 그런 주제에 왜 나라는 놈은지도 아파버리는 거야 어디로 걸어가는 걸까 난 버려받게 된 걸까 널 알게 된 죄 아끼던 죄 누구보다 끔찍이 널 사랑한
내가
죄
많이 부족해서 나약한 남자라서 아직도 네가 그리워 기억은 너무나 아파 이별을 만나 사랑을 잃었고 이별을 만나 내 추억을 지웠어 너를 만나 잘 행복했는데 이젠 없어 너를 볼 수도 너를 만질 수도 없어 난 결국 우린 이렇게 지워버린 추억들은 다시 한편 같아서 행복했다 아름다운 너는 이렇게 글로 남겨진 채 떠나간다
Love, trust, bliss
matter of seconds with just 2 words. I should have treated you better, but if say that now it don't matter, cause everything is on me. So all I can say
이별을
is
만나 사람들이 없고 이별을 만나 내 추억을 지웠어 너를 만나 참 행복해서 행복했는데 이젠 없어 너를 볼 수도 너를 만질 수도 없어 난 결국 우린 이렇게 이별을 만나다 이별을 만나다
All right. So basically, we had a fun time with blowing up when, like, in the midst of the party we realized that we doesn't need the attachment with anything or anyone, and we just going to go on a brand new journey with Nanana. And but during the journey we are dreaming about what would have been with that significant other who we were together and we had really deep emotions towards one another. But at the same time, we are like in and out with another person during guitar, and new flames are made, and essentially we didn't move on from the other person, the previous person. It's just like we separated the feelings that we felt or feeling towards that particular person and how we are in the present time and what we are doing. And running into breakup is, I think, it's not necessarily that they are running into the breakup. They are realizing the fact that they still have that wall of uncertainty and being on the verge of running back to that person, but at the same time they, with half foot, they are over the relationship and over the feelings, but they still have that lingering thoughts that maybe I should go back or thought about this situation a little bit more. And as I've said with other albums with the lyrical storyline, that human nature and our brain and how it's function during or amidst of a relationship, it's a really difficult thing, and analyzing it's a one-sided thing, especially for someone who doesn't have the expertise. Like, for example, me, I'm just like, I am like guessing a lot of things and speculating and building a storyline in my head, but it's just like a subjective thing. But yeah, personally, I think a lot of people would see this like as raw as possible. I'm going to say it like it's pathetic, and I've had this type of mindset as well during in the past when I am listening other people's relationships and how they are like in pain and can move on or can't make a step inside more of the relationship and making it deeper, or stepping out from the relationship, and it's just like a seesaw, and they can't really decide what they should do. And it's just like, for me, that type of thinking, it's a really pathetic. And I know that it sounds bad, really bad, but I don't know how else I should describe it, because a lot of times I am trying to help them with, I don't know, maybe I would do this because of that scenario, but it's not my life, and I can give them advice, but at the end of the day, they have to make a choice, right? And a lot of times it happened in the past that my friends made a wrong decision on a long run, like back then when it happened, it was like, all right, I made my decision, I am going to do this, and on the long run, after 1 year, or even it happened like 2 or 3 months later, they regretted their decisions. And it happens a lot of times with humans, so it's not a like rare thing, it's an everyday thing. It's just like being an outsider. I'm the outsider. It's just difficult to be in their shoes. Yeah? And peoples are different. Everyone is different from another, and how they are thinking. And for me, I have a little bit more on the analytical side of things. In my head, I'm just a little bit more cold. And that doesn't mean I don't feel things. I don't see things a lot of times as my friends do. And maybe that's why they ask me a lot of times what I am thinking about their situations, not just in relationships, it's just like life in general, because I have a lot of times a different take on what they're telling me and how they would solve their situations, solving their problems. So yeah. Okay, let's move on to Fly Away. So we have composer Ilhun and IL, and lyrics Ilhun, IL, Minhyun, and Penia. So rap line. And or not rap line, 2/3 of the rap line and Minhyuk. No. What? Why I am mixing Minhyuk and Hyunshik? No, it's the rap line. Duh. But one thing, I thought that Minhyuk and Hyunshik will be more included in the composer side of things, as I've said it in the beginning of this reaction. But Ilhun actually could be considered the main composer of this whole project, the whole album. Because of course Minhyuk and Hyunshik is composing, but as I saw, Ilhun is on a lot of composer things in this album, particularly. Okay, alright, okay. Fly Away. So after running into Breakup, I am really interested what this song is going to be.
현실 그 중심을 바치고 있던 기둥 같던 너 그곳이 내 온실 난 너 안에서만 잘 알 수 있어 비겁하게 숨을 생각하고 있을 거란 나쁜 생각이 자꾸만 내 머릿속에 맴돌아
모든 건 지난 꿈처럼 희미하게 터진 채 언제나 내 머리 위엔 구름처럼 기억이 따라오겠지 나는 견딜 수 없어 You always
gonna be you. Right, it is only you. Yeah, it's gonna be you. Right, 너여야만 나는 이유. 겁쟁이 너 없인 아무것도 안 되는 겁쟁이. 이런 남자라서 미안해. 참 웃기지. 뭐 그래도 어떻게 죽었다 깨도 못해.
건 붙잡을수록 힘없이 부서진 채 언제나 내 머리 위에 구름처럼 기억이 따라오겠지. 나는 견딜 수 없어. You always on my mind. 이제 더 쉽게 말해줘. 내게 못난 내가 널 이해할 수 있게. 절대 날 그리워하면 안 돼. You just go and fly away. 너의 모든 습관 말투 아직 널 놓아주긴 힘들어. Cause you are my
Come on, go
baby.
on and spread your wings, girl. Let me see you fly far away from me. Cause we know if we start talking, we gon' be back at square one, and we can't do that anymore. We gotta move on.
더 쉽게 말해줘. 내게 못난 내가 널 이해할 수 있게. 절대 날 그리워하면 안 돼. You just go and fly away. I guess I miss you, baby. Every little thing's gonna be alright.
Yeah, uh, I had two guesses and two ways that this song could have gone based on the like last song. And I guess I hoped that it's going to go on the other way. Yeah, I mean, hmm, yeah, they can really, they cannot move on, but they really want to. I mean, based on the lyrics of Fly Away, I think they really they decided that they want to move on, and they are signaling to the significant other that they really have to like, they have to separate, because like it's not healthy for them to be around of each other. And I guess this is a good thing, because they finally like, they really realize that what they have to do or what they should do. And they considering the other half as well. They want to do something good for the other person. So far, when this like the thought of separating and going different directions, when this came up, they were really little bit more hostile, and they don't want to they don't really thought about the other half as a person who goes through the same things as them, feelings wise. So I guess it's a really like softer song lyrically, and it's just like they still saying that they are weak and it's their fault that this is like still exist, this problem of or this question mark in their heads, and it's not finalized, the decision that they want to make. I don't know, I just feel that they always put themselves down and they belittle themselves in the relationship, and they just like have some self-respect, because so far the general like feelings that I get from the way they talk about themselves relationships wise, it's like it's either they are in the wrong and they are pathetic and it's their fault everything, or they did nothing wrong and the other half is this solely like problem in the relationship. It's just like it's emotionally still developing. So yeah. All right, we have finale, our concert, and this is going to be different I think, because this is a song that they actually sang a lot of times as the finale or outro of their concerts. So I think this is going to be a whole different vibe. This is going to like be a connection with melody. I mean, it's pretty obvious, I guess. Composed by Jo Sung-ho Ferdi. Lyrics by Jo Sung-ho Ferdi, Min Hyuk, Il-hoon, and Peniel. Let's go.
너희들의 벅찬 함성 소리로 목소리로 무대가 끝날 때까지 불러줘 너희들의 목소리로 느껴져 이 떨림 뜨거운 내 가슴이 끝이란 건 없어. 널 위한 이 노래가 언제까지 나 지켜줄 거야. 조명이 켜진 건 모두 주인공이니까. 사부자리 노래가 바쁘게 흘러가도 걱정하지 마. 우리의 스토리 이제부터 시작이야. You know I got you. 반복되는 날이지만 너가 있기에 모든 순간에 생기가 돌아.
Yo, mic check done, spotlight on and I'm ready to go. My adrenaline rushing through my veins, the way that I start the show.
Here we go.
A show for my people, my family, friends, and my fans. This song goes out to all you guys.
Everyone.
Now put your hands up.
느껴져 이 떨림 뜨거운 내 가슴이 우리들의 얘긴 엔딩 따윈 없어. 널 위한 이 노래가 언제까지 나 지켜줄 거야. 조명이 켜지면 모두 주인공이니까. 사부자리 노래가 바쁘게 흘러가도 걱정하지 마. 우리의 스토리 이제부터 시작이야. 네가 슬플 때면 내 어깨를 빌려줄게. 네가 기쁠 땐 함께 웃어줄게.
Blue 내게 사실 의미 없던 color 너희를 만나서 특별해진 거야. 푸른 물결 어떤 스팟라이트도 환호성도 이젠 부족하다고 without you. This song is yours. 널 위한 이 노래가 언제까지 나 지켜줄 거야. 조명이 켜지면 모든 주인공이니까. 사부자리 노래가 바쁘게 흘러가도 걱정하지 마. 우리의 스토리 이제부터 시작이야. 이 노래가 어디내려도 끝나지 않을 테니까.
I mean, I pretty much expected this kind of feel from the snippets that I've heard from Killing Voice. I mean, this just really heartwarming, and it's just like, I think it's a really good finale for the concerts as well. I think it's a really good exit. Yeah, I mean, I yeah, I think I said everything about this album that I wanted. Main takeaway: guitar is a yeah, is an interesting song. Red Lie, and Dreaming, and even Fly Away. I think I enjoyed the second half of this album a little bit more than the first one, but I think it's equal. Like I don't know, the curse song of this album was Blowing Up. But the composition on guitar was interesting as well. But I think Blowing Up was that song for me that is like, sonically is not my favorite, but Missing You, of course. Missing You is like the highlight, and the title track of this album, so of course it's highlighted. I really enjoyed My Lady, and Red Lie is one of my favorite on this album. Yeah, Na is just a feel good song, and I really like the lyrics and the whole feel of that song. Dreaming, sonically, was really close to me. I really enjoyed it. Guitar, we know about guitar. Running into Breakup, it was a transition for me. And Fly Away, I really enjoyed. And finale is, yeah, I was expecting that kind of sound from that song. So yeah, we are done with our second full-length album from BTOB. Really nice. We are progressing. So, our next album is going to be This Is Us. So, can't wait. I hope you guys leave the live concert recommendations in the comment sections, because it helps me a lot when I'm going to start reacting to live stages. I'm going to take a look at your recommendations. So yeah,